Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott and we're here at Disneyland, currently right here outside the Lamplight Lounge. So we're trying to get some walk-ins to kind of enjoy Lamplight and overall just have a great day here because the nighttime spectaculars are back, everybody, and we're gonna try to, we're gonna watch Main Street Electrical Parade and a World of Color. We ran in like 5 minutes after the virtual queues went live and I was able to snag a second showtime kind of reservation area in the yellow or blue section. But yeah, overall we're gonna grab some lunch at Lamplight, have ourselves a great day and enjoy the nighttime spectaculars tonight. And we're also gonna enjoy some of the different park updates going on, as well as talk about a couple of park updates going on globally. That's right, Tokyo Disney just announced something big, which we'll talk about a little bit later on in the video, but let's have a great day today. Looks like all the jets are currently lifted right now. Don't know why that is. Looks like they're just doing general maintenance to prepare for tonight's shows. Don't know if it's going to be a daily thing or a weekly thing though. Hoping that this is not a bad sign and it just doesn't like shut down on us today. But there's lots of work going on in World of Color over here. I know it's been a while for some of you since you've watched World of Color, same with ourselves, but if you forgot how the whole resort viewing works, basically like I said, there's two sections. There's a blue and a yellow, and it is kind of varied, but like here's one of the sections where it's roped off and only the people with those virtual queues get to head down to the closer area. This is my favorite viewing spot, going all the way down there, because you literally are right next to all the jets and everything, especially when they have the flames come out during the Pirates of the Caribbean scene. It's awesome. You can feel that hot flame, and you know it's probably going to be a little bit chilly tonight, so it feels great. I'm excited about World of Color. I think I'm more excited about World of Color than Main Street Electrical Parade, but both have their strengths and both have their weaknesses. I'm just excited that nighttime spectaculars are back. Oddly enough, here in Knickknacks, they have Remy's Ratatouille Adventure plush of Remy, the little chef hat on. Kind of weird that's over here on the West Coast. Next week, we're going to finally be able to experience it ourselves at Epcot, which will be exciting, but it's pretty cool that they have you know, attraction merch over here. They even have the little logo on the side for it. Coming into Mickey and Friends this morning, it was packed. Like we got in right at 11, which is usually when everybody shows up all at once. But inside the parks, it's not too busy at all. All the wait times are relatively tame today. I feel like for Savannah and I, it's not a trip to Disney without coming to Lamplight Lounge, especially since the walk-up list, usually just for two, is always available. And we usually only have to wait like 30 minutes, which is real nice. On the app right now, Web Slingers is posted at a 40-minute wait. Let's go over there and see if that stays true to it. And I want to see all the roaming characters right now, because instead of being up on the future Quinjet attraction building, they should be roaming around now. Well, judging by the look of the line size, it doesn't look like that 40-minute wait stays true. We waited in this queue many times before, and we know like typically how long it takes. This looks like more like an hour wait, especially with the Genie Plus obviously going through in Lightning Lane. So yeah, I'm thinking more of a 60-minute wait for this one. I'm sure we'll still see like different performances up here on this building, since they had no use for it yet, until obviously, like I said, the rumored Quinjet attraction comes. But as of now, there's gonna be tons of meet and greets throughout this land, and definitely a lot more worth going in here. Well, seeming how there's not tons going on in DCA and we have no reason to be in here until World of Color later tonight, we're gonna head on over to Disneyland and see all the exciting updates over there, and just overall just have a fun time over at that park as we prepare to line up. As soon as we get into Disneyland, on the right hand side, they have a whole Main Street Electrical Parade, you know, a little merch setup. I didn't think there'd be any merch left over since the lines were extremely long on the first day, but there's plenty here. So of course we got the little wishables available right there. Plenty of wishables. Let's see what they say on the back. There's all the different options and stuff like that. We came across the way to the Emporium to see if they still have the ears available, and they don't, unfortunately. Like I said, I think those went the first day. So we'll look across the different stores across Disneyland, but I think we're out of luck here. I think we had to be here on the very first day to get those limited time ears. Over here in the Jolly Holiday Bakery, you can get yourself your Main Street Electrical Parade light bulb cup. Don't know how many ounces this is. I picked it up. It doesn't feel like it's a lot. It's really tiny, but you can pick it up for $16, $16.29 that is, and it does come with your choice of a fountain beverage. Well, one thing's for certain, that's the fact that Tomorrowland is kind of a lost cause right now. It's, you know, been half abandoned for the longest time. There's been rumors about a giant overhaul coming over here to Disneyland. Obviously they had this big project going on outside of it that's since been halted, but actually today Tokyo Disney announced a big overhaul starting in 2024 that includes both Space Mountain and the entire land. I'll put a picture of the concept art up right now, and it looks awesome. Like, I really wish we could get something like that to happen over here on the West Coast, or even just on the East Coast to Florida's Tomorrowland. So Dylan, what do you think about that concept art?
This concept art right here?
No, not that concept art. We know the progress of that concept art.
Oh, you mean the Tokyo Disneyland one?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I think it looks beautiful. Tokyo always goes like 100%. They never go any less, because the Oriental Land Company always does a fantastic job giving the park a budget and spending the money that they need to. So it looks gorgeous, and I'm sure once the finished product is unveiled, I mean, it's going to be cool. I'm excited.
I think that it's a big question on the U.S. parks on whether or not they're going to do something, at least something. Like I said, the concept art that Dylan's talking about for the front area right here, I'll show you guys in a minute, but it's a big question for the U.S. parks, I'd say.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going to be happening over here, and fingers crossed that they do something, because, yeah, I mean, Tomorrowland's been sitting here like this for quite some time. It hasn't been touched since 1998.
You know, I remember the first time when we saw these, we were actually here when they first put these little planters up, and everyone thought maybe it'd be like the fountains that they had way long ago. But then, you know, it just turned into just planters, you know, with bushes coming out, which was fine. But a lot of people are speculating this is the start of something big, and it isn't. And, you know, maybe in the future it is something big, but as of right now, unless we find something out at the D23 Expo here in Anaheim very, very soon, in a couple months, I don't think Tomorrowland's gonna move forward, I'd say. I think it's just gonna stay the same. You know, our Space Mountain is pretty and all, and you know, this is the same shape and structure as the one in Tokyo and over in Florida. Obviously Tokyo's getting kind of an uplift, but I'm ready for this to be changed. I'm ready for all of Tomorrowland to be changed, and it just sucks because, like I said, I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. Over in Tokyo, they obviously have the Oriental Land Company, which they just get stuff done. Like, they just have, I'd say, a lot more drive to get different projects done in their theme parks. Here it's like they kind of just drag their feet with certain things. But man, I wish. Imagine that sightline, the one that they're getting in Tokyo here. I think it'd be absolutely awesome. But you know, one can only dream and one can only hope. Like I said, D23 would be really telling on as to what the future is of the different parks as far as Florida goes and California goes, because we know what's happening over in Tokyo, we know what's happening over in Paris, obviously with Fantasy Springs and the Galaxy's Edge expansion in Paris. You know, prime example for Tomorrowland with the Star Wars launch bay, this building is kind of just, it's not a waste of space, it's just like abandoned. You know, they have different things in here and there for as far as special events goes. But right now, or in the most recent couple of years, it's just been Star Wars launch bay, and as of recent, they've announced that they're going to bring back the dining experience up here in the Skyline Lounge for $60, which you can kind of see the tables up there on the second deck. But this giant building is a massive plot of land that could be used for something else, even just like a small dark ride. So one thing for sure is that Disney's really good at hiding construction, and right behind me is Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, which there have been overhead shots on the monorail of how vibrant it is and whatnot, and we have followed along with the construction progress as it's gone by. And we're not going to go on the monorail today since we don't really have time to, but I'm still wondering, like, what's the future of this attraction? Because that's also in relation to Tomorrowland. Is it just going to open temporarily and then eventually they'll gut it? Or are they actually going to keep it permanently? Because they wouldn't go through all this work and say it's going to resurface this winter, which it's already going to be past winter. We're in spring already, and we're going to be in summer, for them just not to keep it in the long run. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage as well. We have our spot here for the Main Street Electrical Parade, lining up about like an hour and a half early. I'd say this is a pretty good spot. They were filming some stuff for marketing and whatnot in front of the castle earlier, and it looks like they're filming over here as well. So they have it all roped off in front of the train station. Well, they actually just went over the intercom and they made an announcement that all viewing areas are full for this showtime of the Electrical Parade. Like I said, we already have our spots. We've been here for about an hour and a half now, and it's about 30 minutes until showtime. And obviously for the first showtime, it runs from Small World. And then for the second one at 10:45, which is an extremely late time to run the parade, they run it from Main Street. So we have about 30 minutes or so until the actual parade starts, and then about like 15 minutes until it gets down here, at least the first float. There's lots of stuff happening right now, like lots of developing stuff. It's kind of crazy.
There's a lot happening. It's not just there's a lot of people here waiting for the Main Street Electrical Parade, but apparently there's a lot of announcements happening right now.
We don't know what's going on, but they just confirmed Paradise Pier retheming to Pixar.
Yep, they're doing that, which we wanted for a long time, and it makes sense.
And no Toy Story, which I'm happy about.
And then we're also hearing some rumors of like things going into downtown Disney. Now, I'm not gonna like say what they are because I don't know if they're true or not, but there's
just lots of stuff going on the internet right now.
I might like run out into the parade corridor here and just kind of do a little dance or something.
We'll definitely have to make a separate video about this because
I might be the pre-show to the electrical parade.
All right, here we go, everybody. The lights have brightened up Main Street. The parade has got to us. I'm excited.
hello to some more friends. It was so nice to meet you, though. Bye. Oh, hi there. My name's Pete, and this is my friend Elliott. He's a dragon. Everyone say hello, Elliott. We flew all the way from Passamaquoddy to be here today. And if you think it's hard to say Passamaquoddy, you should try.
Well, we just got out of the chaos of Disneyland and finished up with the parade. Now we hopped over here to California Adventure, and we're actually still waiting a couple minutes, like I'd say 10 minutes or so, till we can go over there and get our reserved viewing section for World of Color, because the first showing is still going on. So we're gonna hang around here in Buena Vista Street and then head on over there. Real quickly, before we get over there, I figured I'd share my thoughts on the parade and the new floats and whatnot. The anniversary float in the very beginning, definitely you can tell how bright and vibrant it is now. All the other floats are relatively the same, but that finale float, honestly, like I had watched videos and pictures of it before, and I was like, I don't know, I guess we'll have to see it in person. But the audio mix and everything, the score that they did for that finale float, and just the way that it looks in person it's beautiful, guys. Like, I really like it a lot. I'm still not pro Main Street Electrical Parade coming back a million times, but for its 50th anniversary, I think it was good. Like, I think it was nice, and I think it was really cute too. Especially, like I said, the finale float topped it all off. They did a great job with that. Well, there's definitely a little bit of confusion going on, as usually they'd have, like, you know, back when World of Color just used fast passes, they'd have the entrances over by the viewing area, but now they're sending everybody, for the blue entrance at least, all the way back here on Pixar Pier. And it's just kind of a mess down there right now as they try to clear out the first show, but I'm curious to see how they lead us to the viewing area. Like, if it's all gonna be a single file, but everyone's gonna just bunched up here. So, well, amongst all the chaos, we made it down here. We're like the first ones down in this bottom section. I think everyone's afraid to get splashed by a little bit of a mist, but we're not afraid. Get the best view down here. This is gonna be our beautiful view for the show. This is awesome, right here in the corner. We're gonna get such a great view of everything. With the pal around in the background, I think we may be the only crazy ones down here, Savannah. Wow. Emptiness. Everybody's up on the top deck, but we're here. And down here, we're gonna get a little bit wet. I mean, the floor's a little bit wet, but I think we'll be fine.
It's worth it.
And now, just imagine if, like, this place doesn't fill up. That'd be awesome. Like, there's only a couple people down here with us. That'd be awesome. I guess we'll see closer to showtime in about 15 minutes or so. I feel like the craziest thing about this is, you know, since you're required to have a virtual queue now, virtual queues went after like 15 minutes today at noon. But, you know, we're about 5 minutes till showtime, and none of the areas are really that full at all. Like, all the upper decks and stuff aren't full either. So what is the reasoning for needing a virtual queue is just my big question. because there was a big wave that just came over and just literally like soaked us all like if we were watching some like SeaWorld show. Like it was, now we're drenched, like more than we've ever gotten drenched at World of Color for sure. And it was worth it. It was fun. I love World of Color. Anyways, guys, I'm in this quick because we got to run back to the car since we're freezing cold. Positivity is key. My name is Scott. Subscribe with the bell notifications, all that fun stuff. Peace out, everybody.